What's wrong with narcissists? They're sometimes there's lots of words. The craziest thing about them, and I mean, like, look, I'm sure we all, those who are willing to grow, at least take a look at your life, take a look at yourself much more honestly, and you're growing and you're becoming. You really grow away from depend upon the level that people are in their lives, what may have caused you to be where you are today, and what needs to be changed. But people who are truly honest with themselves, they really do grow and they be healed. They're healed. What doesn't what is dysfunctioning in their life? They starts to function because they get rid of the dis. Whatever is going on within them. It is such a sad it is such a sad thing that narcissists are really very odd and very, I mean, we're talking to a level that's beyond the planet. They're like alien, creepy, freaky people. They How they're able to twist reality, how they're able to change uh, how they're perceived, that you're kind of just left shaking your head. You're going, there is so much evidence, like we're talking miles and miles long, against them, that screaming out, man, you got to change, that there's something really wrong with you. And it is one thing that people will do things. Okay, some people do things to go put themselves on a self-destructive path. These, I don't know what to call them, are different. They are on a self-destructive path, but they want to make sure as many people as possible within their reach is going to come along also. They have no desire whatsoever to become well. And talking about absolutely ill-willed, the level of arrogance and there's a word I'm looking for, the propensity where they're able to put out so much that is so dark and so disgusting and so to the point of, like, you kind of like, you really just want to turn violent on them. And just for the sake of what resides inside of you as you're becoming well, you realize this is not the pathway, because what ends up doing is like a snake in front of you. The more you reach out to that snake, the more it's going to find a way to bite you and sink more of its venom into you. And you're really left in a place, in a position. How do you really protect yourself from their sway and whatever is wrong with them? It is something to really kind of like just leave you thinking, like, wow. And everyone has their own way they're going to deal with the narcissist, deal with the sick and pathetic person of a narcissist. They The things I find more about them is that they are so good at painting a wrong picture of themselves, that they're so out to be the best for you. And meanwhile, they come along and they really are the worst thing can ever happen to anyone. And look, let me go along the avenue of them being blights. They are the worst kind of jinx. Look, I've had some people, and especially one in particular in my life, that this person came along and I watched, and after the years after, I began to join the dots. And I know if that person never was in the vicinity of my life, all of these other things never would have happened. And they really don't mean well. They just do not mean well, no matter what they do. I mean, for one thing, they're not well mannered. They're not well inside, and the level by which their brain computes information is a confusion. They really are confused about the actions and the behaviors that they've done in their life and what they expect from you. they expect you to actually treat them well after they've done those things. And I mean, I have this one I'm dealing with right in my life, even in my older age, that this disgusting experience has been a major part of shaping my life, and not for the better. All because of this thing that has been in my life that I never asked to be born beside me. And the reason why I call it a thing, is it possible that they can actually be somewhat of a something outside of you, of a human context? Are we dealing with an entity? Are we dealing with something that's in a body but it's not of a human shaping? The Bible gets into it a little bit. I mean, there's one part where it says at the time of the Garden of Eden, he said that your seed will be at enmity with the seed of God. And was there a high probability that somewhat that Eve was going to give birth to a race of peoples because the serpent touched her? I mean, the Bible seems to allude to that. Jesus even called the group of people that was before him the brood of vipers. And it was not even a put down. It was a realistic term. He was literally calling them. They came from the vipers, the viper nation, the serpent seed, the genetics of the serpent. I mean, I can go into this in all different levels, but to encounter, I mean, what we have today, what we would call the narcissist, is really something that is not fully capable of being on a decent level. So just some thought to give you, that be comforted in the fact that when you're encountering, it seems something narcissists are not very good at doing. They're not good at taking and seeing what they're doing in a honest level. I mean, God says in his word that if you confess your sins, he's faithful and just to forgive you from all unrighteousness, to cleanse you from all unrighteousness. And not so with narcissists. The part which they come looking for any kind of forgiveness and reconciliation is not part of their makeup, because, well, they're not wrong. I mean, it leaves you with your hands tied dealing with someone like that. And I would say the only way to inspire you in this level is that you can't. You cannot deal with a nature that is incapable of being good natured. So you all have a good day, and do like and subscribe, and just something to think about. Like whatever is in your life that is throwing you off and making you question, where you have a record of common decency in your life. It questions your very record of what you know to be true about yourself. And God calls you to bring your sins into question. He doesn't call you to bring your entire being into question to the point of where you're so messed up and you start to believe things about yourself that isn't true. Whereas a narcissist has enough evidence, enough, that proves that their nature is so wrong that they really need a lot of help. And that help can't come from you. So anyhow, have a good day, and do like and subscribe. Thank you so much.